All right, let's take a look at some figures from the Rising Kings of Reuse, Big Bad Workshop. So these two figures are from the, let me check my notes here. Yes, let me see. 700 new action figure lines from Big Bad Workshop. And they're awesome. I honestly love this idea. Like they've got all these different series, you know, different little worlds, little stories and everything. And they're all using the same really great family of parts. You know, we got Operation Monster Force, Agents of Omega, Fresh Monkeys, Soldiers of Fortune. Like they're all kind of, you know, soldier guys in various different situations. These two figures are my firsts in their respective lines. I do have a whole bunch of Operation Monster Force figures and absolutely love them, so I wanted to check these other lines out because they both serve interesting purposes for my collection. So we've got Agent Carter, which is this cool, like, chimpanzee secret agent guy. And then we have the Saboteur, which is a fantastic standard issue bad guy. Like, you know, like a masked like bank robber or something is kind of his look. I guess also with the military jacket, he maybe is meant to be a literal saboteur, but for my purposes, he's a criminal for Spider-Man to punch. And that is why I got two of them. So let's get these guys opened up and see how they upgrade my collection. Let's start with the Saboteur. I don't think I'm not gonna unbox both of them on camera, so let's just start here. Oh, they're doing the Mythic Legions thing. If that is important to you, all you have to do is slide off the back card, and it's open. And you can always put it back if you wanted to, like, repackage the figure. Anyway. I get twist ties and these things, come on. All right, here he is out of the package. Let's take a look at him and his stuff. So, they've kind of like got this pretty standard body at this point, but they have made some really great upgrades to their joints, especially like these ones on the arm here. They are buttery smooth. Like you would expect, like when you hold this, you're kind of expecting like a Marvel Legends, like maybe the joints are a little stiff, a little gummy, but here, buttery smooth. It's like, it almost feels like an import figure. It's amazing. Wonder if they've got it in the knees yet. Yeah. That feels fantastic. It's like, it's hard to describe. Like, you really just kind of have to have it in hand. But, yeah, this feels really, really nice to move around. And, like, they are applying this to all of their lines. So whether you like Operation Monster Force, Soldiers of Fortune, Agents of Omega, one of the 50 other ones, they're all great. And they all use this same family of parts to make a bunch of different, like, military action guys. So let's take a look at his stuff now. So we've got an alternate head sculpt, which is great, so they can look distinct. It's the same one, just different skin tone. And a baseball bat, nice and simple. A shotgun, also very nice, simple paint, but gets the job done. These weapons are all made by Gridiron Studios. They're a third-party weapons, not a weapons dealer. They're like a third-party company that makes weapons for 1/12 scale figures. Mostly guns, but some other stuff too. And 2 sticks of dynamite. Very, very simple, but effective little props. Got an RPG. Again, very simple paint. And a bunch of hands, which we will look at on the figure. So, he comes with trigger hands out of the box, because of course, the first thing you want to do is put a gun in his hand. A pair of fists, for when he thinks he can actually beat Batman. He cannot. Some reaching out, gesturing hands, for when he's running in fear from Batman. And some gripping hands for holding melee weapons, which will not save him from Batman. Also, I'm realizing this is the first time I've actually like really dug into one of these figures on my channel, so I will go into articulation a bit, but it's pretty much the same for all their figures. You know, double jointed knees and elbows, very nice. This one in particular will be a little limited in the torso region, but oh, this is new. They have actually done a cut in the coat so that you can move them a little better. That is great. So these are definitely newer for the line. But yeah, in general, these guys move around great. Like they do have butterfly joints. I don't like doing the like joint by joint articulation review, but you can see, you know, he's got nice butterfly joints. He can look up and down really well, double jointed everything, decent torso articulation, especially for having a coat like this. Yeah, this guy is awesome, which is why I'm glad I got two. All right, let's put you back there. And let's get the other one open real quick. There we go. So yeah, I really like these guys. I think they're like the perfect criminals for superheroes to beat up. So I'm going to set them off to the side and get Agent Carter open, and then we will kind of kit these guys out the way that I want them to be, and then I will add them to my collection, and you know, we'll do a little scale comparison too. Monkey time. Here he is. Let's take a look at him. So, this guy is on the mostly the same suited body as the Blackwatch agent. So it's funny, like I started collecting Monster Force like a couple months before I decided to do YouTube, so I haven't shown any of these guys aside from my top 10 video, but this is an amazing figure. And this guy looks like he is going to be too. Now, as you can see, the jacket is different. It's closed. But it does seem to have all the same torso cuts. Like you can actually see the like upper torso cut just peeking out right there. So he still can move decently well, even with that jacket in the way. Like you can feel the articulation, and you can still kind of bend him forward a little bit, which is nice. He's got the nice buttery smooth knee and elbow joints. Yeah, he feels great to pose. Like I'm telling you, man, once people like really get aware of all these Big Bad Workshop toy lines, like people could have entire collections just from all the stuff they're making. It is crazy. Like and this is the first Fresh Monkey figure. I'm not sure how many of them they're going to be. It might just be like a reference to, you know, Fresh Monkey Fiction, who works with Big Bad Workshop. I'm not quite sure where the connections are, but yeah, this guy is very cool. So let's set you back there for a second, and let's take a look at some of your stuff. So we have this great yellow stand. I love the whole like evolution thing they got going on here. This is cool. And we've got a briefcase. Does not appear to be painted, but it is a nice color plastic. And honestly, I think this is a good way to keep the price down. Like, you know, sometimes you have to have accessories that are not painted, but it does open. And even the handle moves a little bit. And look at this. There's some painted details on the inside. What do we got here? Got some pens, passport, all that good stuff. And what's really cool is he also came with inserts for it. So look at that. We got some more secret agent stuff, some money, some bullets, a burner phone, all the things you need. Or you can fill it with money. That is awesome. Like you could absolutely use this as a prop in photos for like, you know, Spider-Man taking down some drug dealers or something. This is great. All right, let's grab him to showcase some of the stuff he can hold. So he comes with, what are these? Yeah, these are basic gripping hands. Or no, are these trigger fingers? Yeah, these are trigger fingers. So yeah, as you would expect on the figure, we got the trigger fingers because he comes with a cool silenced pistol. I wonder, is this removable? Oh, it is. Look at that. Removable silencer. Now the silencer itself is a little bit of a weird prop because of the peg, but they got to do the peg hole because he's got blast effects. Well, he comes with one blast effect for the pistol, which is great. I mean, that looks so cool. Look at him. This is awesome. And he's got this terrific smoking gun effect. And as you can see, the gun effects can go into the silencer as well. Be careful when you're putting the effects into the silencer with it on the pistol. I noticed I was kind of bending the peg a little bit and also these go in really tight. So if you like push too hard, you could break the peg inside the gun, and you do not want that. I didn't really talk about the head, but like, man, what a great head sculpt. So much character in this kind of like little scowl expression he's got going on. And the neck piece is furry too. So if you like swap this onto another figure, you can still kind of like maintain that look. And that is actually what I'm going to do with this guy, even though I do really love the way this looks. So let's get his friends back. The cool thing is, like, this guy could be a secret agent. He could be like a mob boss. You know, like the whole point of these lines with all the swappable parts is that you get to decide what you want to do with them. Oh man, I forgot. He also does have these kind of reaching out hands. And actual trigger finger hands. Or you know what? These might be for a larger firearm because, you know, he held the pistol just fine with this one. So yeah, this must be for like a rifle or something bigger. But the hands that he had in the box are perfect for holding this banana. Because of course, he's got to have a banana, right? I do have to say though, for like a secret agent type guy, I kind of wish he had also just come with a pair of closed fists. The good news is, you know, like his gloves are black. There's a ton of figures in this line wearing black gloves that have fists. So you could definitely find some laying around if you collect this line. But yeah, overall, I am pleasantly surprised. Like I knew I was gonna like these in general, but I was not expecting them to be as amazing as they are. Like especially these guys with like the jacket cut, I was not expecting that, and that is very cool. So actually, like our criminals here are pretty much how I would want them to be. Like it makes sense to, well, you know what? I'm gonna dig around in my parts and see if there's anything else I can kit them out with. But first, since this is the first time I'm showing figures like this on my channel, let's do a quick little scale with other figures. All right, here they are with what I would consider to be relevant figures, as many of them as I could get on screen. As always, if you want to see these guys next to any particular figure, let me know in the comments. I will make a separate YouTube post with pictures if I have the figure that you're asking for. All right, so let's talk about who is here. So we got Amazing Yamaguchi Captain America, Marvel Legends Black Suit Spidey, LPZZ Batman, G.I. Joe Classified Policeman. I don't remember the actual name of the figure. I got him because he was a policeman. And Mezco 112 Blade. So as you can see, these guys fit right in with a 112 scale. I think like even for like your Amazing Yamaguchi superheroes who might run a little small, I think you still can absolutely like use these criminals and stuff in photos with them. All right, let's clean up this mess and kit bash these guys. All right, let's try some part swaps on these guys. So, the cool thing is that all of these mini lines by Big Bad Workshop use the same family of parts, so you can easily just pop this head off. Whoa. And put something else on there. So, like maybe a vampire head from Operation Monster Force. Now you got a vampire baddie for Blade to stab or something. Or, whoop, oh, also I should show this because it just popped out. The necks are swappable too. So if you have like a matching skin tone neck, you can do that. Or you can swap the neck entirely. So that was a nice happy accident. I'm like, damn, that looks pretty good too. Like the turtleneck, like that's kind of awesome actually. I might leave this guy like this. So this is an extra Black Watch agent head. Damn, that is really nice actually. Let's leave you like that for now. Like that's like that totally transformed him. Like now he doesn't look like a, I mean, he does kind of look like a bad guy still, but more like a bad guy commander or something. Like, oh man, you know, I kind of want more of those guys now. All right, let's do this guy now just for fun. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. I mean, you could head swap these guys all day and come up with cool things, but it's really showing me like how versatile this body actually is. As soon as he's not wearing like a classic like bank robber mask, he can totally just be like a little bit more elite bad guy goon or something. Or a vampire, because that's a vampire head in here. Oh man, I'm kind of getting reminded why I like this line so much. Like, you know, I got my Monster Force figures last year, and these are kind of like the first Big Bad Workshop figures I'm opening this year, and they are so so great. I wish I had ordered more. And I might still do it. What's going on, buddy? What are you doing? Oh, let's fix those feet. There. Okay, so yeah, I think like that's kind of the main kit bashing I would do with the saboteurs is just like some head swaps, and that is super fun. Now, when it comes to Agent Carter, I've had something very specific in mind for him ever since I first saw the figure. Like, you know, like when you're pre-ordering figures and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna swap those guys' heads in like 6 months or a year. It's gonna be great. You know, that's like what's going through our heads on a Big Bad Toy Store when we're just looking through it on our phones. Anyway, so what I actually want to do, of course, had to happen once, with Agent Carter here, is I want to put his head on this figure. So this is the Donner Party from Operation Monster Force. He actually comes with he's like a Frankenstein head normally, but yeah, so this guy's like in my post-apocalyptic display, and what I was thinking as soon as I saw this guy was how cool would it be to put this head on this figure. Let's see how easy that is to do on camera. All right, the neck came right off. So on some of the earlier figures, the necks were a lot harder to swap. It was kind of a luck of the draw thing, so that is a pleasant surprise. So let's see if that is the case here. I'm trying to kind of put my fingers around the neck instead of the head. Nope, nope, there goes the head. And the necks are hard to get a grip on because it's like, what do you do? There's nothing to like pinch. So you kind of twist them and, all right, I'm gonna have to do this off camera. Whew. All right, you go over there. That was a pain in the butt. All right, so let's get this back on here and pop this neck in. Yes, that is just as cool as I pictured it. Look at him. And like, all that is a head swap, and he looks amazing. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, he is going to fit right in with all the other guys in the display that he is going to go into, which I'm hopefully showing you some B-roll of the figures that he goes with, because it's a great little crew that's kind of forming together over there. So what do we do with this body? I'm going to go grab some parts because I have a really cool idea. Holy crap, that rules. Oh man, this guy is a comic book villain now. Holy crap. It looks so good. So this head came with the Blackwatch agent, because the whole thing was like these guys could like transform into shadow ghouls. So I put the hands and the head on there. Yeah, they kind of have like the more like monstrous hands as well with the claws. And what's really cool is like even like the monstrous claw hands also have trigger fingers. So like you can really, like Monster Force really nails the whole like monsters with guns thing. It's very cool. And yeah, this guy is great. I gotta find a name for this guy. He is amazing. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with the white suit body. Like I knew I would do something cool, but I was not thinking of doing this until just now. And I love it. All right, we have got a pretty cool lineup for the thumbnail here. Yeah. This was a fun one. So yeah, I highly recommend if you like, if you collect like G.I. Joe Classified or Marvel Legends or any like 1/12 scale modern line, absolutely work some of these Big Bad Workshop figures into your collection. Like they do have lore, so if you like the worlds that they're building, then great, just collect those lines. But also, like, if you just need some cool bad guys or just like some interesting characters to work in with your superheroes, these lines are insane in terms of like how much you can customize, and it's really like user-friendly customizing. Like it's mostly head swaps. I haven't really tried swapping limbs, but you don't really need to because they have so many great like base bodies in the colors that you would expect. And these figures are all pretty reasonable. I mean, like It seems like they've kind of just standard set them as like, you know, $37, $38, regardless of how much stuff they come with. So some of them come with more than others. But it is nice knowing that like they are just kind of keeping it consistent. So that wraps it up. Let's get these guys into the case. Yeah. All right, here they are. So our new villain here has joined the Monster Force display. And our awesome monkey wastelander has joined the post-apocalyptic display. And our criminals here have joined what I've been calling the NPCs display. You know, just like the general background characters, goons, things like that. So that does it for this one. I would like to thank my channel members, Search, Damian, Carlos D. Cactus, and Ryan Colwell. Please consider becoming a member if you want to be part of a cool Discord, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.